So we're recording this video today to pretty much go over how we got engaged. There's going to be a couple different videos we throw on here. That way everyone can know. I guess we started dating, what was it you said?
I think it was the 29th of September.
29th of September.
Or the 27th, I can't remember.
It was near the end of September. And then shortly thereafter we pretty much came to the conclusion that if we were going to continue dating each other, there needs to be a reason to date each other. So after that we prayed together and alone and all that fun stuff.
Got our answers in December. I wanted a custom made ring, so that took a while too.
I set it all up. She picked kind of what she wanted, so the ring design is her, not me. So stop complimenting me, compliment her. And the way the process of it was is they were going to send me the mold of the ring, a wax mold, and then I approved that. I got the mold. After that, it took about 2 to 3 weeks for them to make the ring, and they eventually got it. They finished it. They sent it out to me, overnighted it to me. This was all on February 14th, or Valentine's Day. I wasn't planning on proposing until like the 24th of February, when all of our family would be together in this big spectacular event.
But I ruined it because I just was really stressed and a lot of things happened and he was kind of worried about me.
So then the 15th, which is actually yesterday, about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I called my mom and, hey, I need some motherly advice. And she's like, well, my opinion is if you want to make it special between you and Meghan. Originally, kind of by happen chance, the night before I asked Meghan, I was like, hey, where do you want to eat dinner? We'll go to Red Robin. And she's like, okay, that works. So 5:30 or 6, I'm thinking to myself, okay, what do I have to do today? We were going to Red Robin. That's where we had our first date. So I called ahead, requested that I be sat at the same table that we originally sat at when we had our first date.
So we get there and we walk up and I'm like, okay, party of 2, and Kyle's like, for Kyle, and I was like, you have reservations? He never makes reservations. It was like, yeah, well, I just figured that we'll be here at like 8 o'clock and we'll be kind of busy the Friday after Valentine's. The hostess calls Kyle up. She goes, I need to talk to you for a moment. And normally I would have walked up there with him because otherwise it's kind of weird, but something was just like, no, like you just need to stay put. So I did. And
so I get up there and like I'm talking to her and she's like, okay, where do you want to sit? Because she didn't know where the original table was. So I kind of told them, I pointed, I said, hey, it's over there. It's where the guy with the red hat. And so like, she's like, okay, we'll get this done. And so she's like, okay, sorry guys, it'll be 20 to 30 minutes. So we go and sit down and I'm like, yeah, she was telling me how she was apologizing because we had a reservation, but it's taking longer.
So then, like, we're sitting there waiting and he's like, okay, I have to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, okay. So as I'm sitting there waiting, they call like 3 parties of 2. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, we have reservations and they told us we were next. Like, what is up with this? Like, I'm kind of annoyed. And he comes back and he's like, it's okay. It's only like 15 minutes after 8 o'clock. Like, it's no big deal. We haven't been waiting that long. And I'm just like, you should complain. Like, you have reservations. And he's like, no, it's not a big deal. And
the bathroom, and on the way there I dropped off the camera to her and I was like, have the waiter take a video of us when he drops off the check to us. And 5-10 minutes after that they called us up. So we went and sat down, and the first thing Meghan says is when we sat down, and she goes, isn't this where we first sat when we went on our first date?
And he, being a jerk, was like, yeah, I don't know. And I was like, I'm pretty sure this is where we sat. And he was like, yeah, maybe. Like, this kind of looks familiar.
And so we're sitting there eating dinner. I stand up because I legitimately had to go to the bathroom this time. The first time I didn't. This time I had to, so I go to the bathroom, come out, and the waitress is standing there going, hey. When I'm going to be the one recording, when do you record? Well, when the waiter drops off the check, you can just start recording. So I sit down, and like 5-10 minutes after, the waiter walks up and he's like, are you guys ready for your check? And I was like, give us 5 minutes. He's like, okay. So the waiter eventually comes up and he's like, here's your check, and just like puts it on the table deliberately. Because the minute he put down the check, he looked at the hostess person and was supposed to give her the cue to start recording. So I'm waiting, and I turn around and I see her with the camera up. So then that's when I start to propose, and that video will be inserted probably right about here.
Shut up right now. Shut up right now. Shut up right now.
is after, although this is kind of funny. So my singles ward bishop happened to sit right next to us, so I lean over to Kyle and I was like, don't propose to me tonight in the middle of our meal. So he, you know, he proposes and I'm just like super ecstatic and I'm super happy. And even though I knew it was coming, I was like super surprised. I didn't think it was gonna be that night. I'm like shaking, like we asked for take-home boxes. Our waiter, you know, wished us a happy married life. And oh, and when he proposed, like, and I said yes, like, it was really funny to see every waiter in the place go, woo! Like they were all so happy for us, and that was kind of cool. And the whole like restaurant is looking at us, and we're talking afterwards. And I was like, I think the ring's a little bit too big. And like I go to illustrate this to him, and I kind of like dangle my hand like this, and the ring falls right off into my salad, and a whole table of people's like staring at me and just start laughing at me, and I'm just like, ugh, leave me alone. Like I just got engaged, people. Like I'm not thinking straight.
And we just decided to make this video, make it short and simple, and kind of keep a record of it.
Plus, all of you get to know, and we don't have to tell you 400 times.
So, June 7th, that's the date. So if you're watching this video, you get a jump up before we send out the invitations. So, yeah, June 7th, we're happy. Teaser, she's going to be in a white dress, so big stuff is coming ahead. But thanks for watching. We love you all. Thank you all for congratulating us. We hope you all see you there.